I woke up this morning to some of the worst news possible. It is a fucking 100 degrees right now where I'm at. I woke up drowned in my fucking sweat, brother. There's an air conditioning blasting right there. It doesn't feel like it. It's still like fucking 80 in this goddamn garage. Holy fucking shit. How we all doing, guys? Garrett, I see you're the only one in the fucking comments. I hate it when fucking people call it chat. Fuck! It annoys the fuck out of me. Chat, what's up, chat? What's up, chat? Fuck that. It's a comment section. What's up, sheepy? So, basically, yesterday, was it yet? Yes. It was yesterday. The Avengers Doomsday trailer came out, and, my initial reaction was to click on it. Oh, fuck. Was to click on it and watch it. And then I thought, fuck, this game is up way too much. Then I thought, why the fuck not just watch it on a live stream? So when it came out, I think it was like 8 a.m. and I hadn't slept yet. So I was like, I'll just go live later today. Turns out it's really hard to stay awake when you haven't had any sleep. And then I ended up passing out. And then I was like, fuck, it's a little bit too late now. But yeah, today I've restrained myself from watching it. However, I will say I've been on the internet. I've seen little tidbits. I'm pretty sure, let's see, it's been so hot lately. Yeah, I don't know where you live, but, like, we're on the colder side of the country, so, I mean, I imagine it's pretty fucking tough for you. But I've seen little tidbits, but I haven't actually really seen clips. Like, I know Thor throws Stormbreaker at fucking Doctor Doom, Mr. Robert Downey Jr. I don't know how that ends. So I'm assuming from the thumbnail he catches it or something. I've seen Mystique turn into Yelena for like a split second. I think I saw a wide shot of a bunch of characters together. I didn't see what it was. I was on Twitter. I was scrolling and I saw what somebody tweeted. And they were like, it's kind of crazy all these characters are in this shot. And I kind of just like scrolled past it. But of course, like I briefly like... I wasn't looking. Like I was kind of looking away, but my phone was like right here. So I kind of like saw like a wide shot. And then the last major thing, like I've basically completely seen Steve meet Thor again. So I'm in California. Oh, fuck that. California. Ugh. It's probably hot as a motherfucker down there, man. Yeah, I think it's 100 degrees right now. I think it may have gone down a bit. But here, what's the temp today? What's the goddamn temp? It's 98 right now. I'm refreshing. I think we're good. Yeah, it's 98. So, like, fuck me, man. I'm just gonna drink plenty of water. But, yeah. I mean, it's like 78 in here right now, so it's not that bad, but thanks to YouTube for no notification. To be fair, I did notify the Discord. Good to see you guys, though. Although, I fucking also realized, I guess we might as well just do it now. Membership gifting. I have 10. Let's see what we got before we fucking get started. Also, the Spider-Man trailer released today, dude. It's fucking nuts. Sheepy, did you get lucky? Christian? Skull? I don't know who these people are. Okay. Let's see if I can get somebody that I know who I've actually seen comment in live stream. Or in the live streams, I should say. Ranger. I think I've seen Ranger. Mr. Neo Hunter. I don't know who these fucking people are. Well, bad luck, I guess. Oh, fuck. It's actually working. This thing. Is it actually playing audio? It is. Okay, weird. Dude, like, it's so selective. Like, when you guys send, like, a super chat, like, it's supposed to show up. I have it set, but it, like, actually never does. I don't know why. Like, I testing it on the fucking actual, like, the app that I use, or the website that I use for this shit right here. So, like, it never fucking works. I really need to figure something. I mean, it's hard to figure it out, because on the app, or on the website, it says it's working, but when you guys actually donate a super chat, like, it doesn't work. So, like, the only way to actually fully test it is have somebody donate over and over again. I'm not gonna fucking beg for money like that. So, reaching to both trailers is just Doomsday one. We're probably gonna watch both. We will watch both. I figured we'd probably do both, but the main attraction here is Doomsday. I don't really know what else they can fucking show us for Spider-Man. You know what I mean? So, anyway, I'm trying to find the official Marvel Studios trailer. Why can't I find it? There it is. Marvel Entertainment. I gotta plug in my fucking headset. Look, man, I think I've been vocal about this before in live streams. My expectations for Doomsday is extremely low. So we'll see what happens. I'm not expecting this trailer to blow me away because I'm kind of past. There's probably going to be moments right now where I'm going to be like, holy shit, the Avengers, X-Men, and Fantastic Four are in a fucking live-action movie together. Literally what I've been waiting for fucking years. But also, I feel like it's a little bit too late for me as well. I know, like, if you're going to do, like, this huge fucking team, one of, like, the best thing, like, for me, like, in comics, when the Fantastic Four, X-Men, and Avengers are, like, crossing over into, like, a big event, like Original Sin, Avengers vs. X-Men, Secret Wars, Infinity War, all that. Like, I feel like the big three characters are always the ones that I'm, like, excited to see together. And that's, like, Wolverine, Spider-Man, and Hulk. And then, like, Mr. Fantastic for me, just kind of, like, having those main, like, people, like, those popular characters from each of those, like, big teams, like Hulk from the not from the Avengers, but, like, Hulk for the Avengers, Wolverine from X-Men, Spider-Man for, like, the street tier, like, usually he's not part of a team, but, like, you know, he's that, like, traditional superhero, and then Mr. Fantastic of the Fantastic Four. But yeah, I don't know, like, I kind of wish we still had Downey as Iron Man, and, like, I know Steve is back as, like, Cap, but, like, I can't even fucking plug this shit in. What the fuck is going on? Anyway, like, if they were going to do this, I know they couldn't because they didn't have the rights, but fucking Infinity War and Endgame would have been the perfect time. Alright, let's see. I want to make sure everything's good before we fucking get started. Okay, we're streaming. Oh, the audio didn't transfer to my headset. Let's plug in correctly. This is the most fun part, guys. Transfer to the fucking headset, you degenerate. Okay, we're gonna do it this way probably then. If this isn't what we're gonna fucking do. I fucking love my outdated PC so fucking much. I'm assuming you guys can hear. Let's see. Audio output. Fuck it. Okay. Well, now you guys can hear it. For what little Doom talks in the trailer, I think Artide pulled the voice pretty well. We'll fucking see. I always imagine Dr. Doom more like a fucking like a medieval type, like king-ish, like I guess like almost Rome voice, you know, especially the part of the world that he's in. So. Okay, now it's in my fucking headset, of course. Okay, can you guys hear it? Okay, cool. All right, we're good. Yeah, and I've seen this opening shot, of course, because I started watching it. I was like, oh fuck. Okay, let's get into this, man. Fuck again. I've seen like very little tidbits of this, and we'll see what they got in the story.
Something's coming.
I'm assuming that's RDJ.
Something we may not be able.
They could pull off something really fucking funny and kill him off again for like the 5th time.
To deter before this day is done.
Yeah, that's RDJ. I can hear it.
Faced with an unthinkable decision.
I've fought with many warriors in my time.
Gross. Fantastic foreskins.
They were far stronger than all of us put together, and they died.
brownwash Namor. And he's not even a better character. It's not even Namor. It's just a completely different character. If he wasn't Namor, I wouldn't have a problem. We'll talk about that later.
They died facing enemies and threats that scared me far less than this one. Everything that they
Shang-Chi.
sacrifice will be for nothing if we do not stand together.
Okay, I'll save. I'll just let it play.
Put aside your petty squabbles. Presume nothing except this. If you return, you will return as brothers and sisters. But mark my words. We're going to need a miracle.
Hey, pal.
It's not possible.
This is just the clock for the rest of the. Okay, yeah, fun. Look. I remember when I used to watch like Marvel trailers and I saw certain stories and characters like coming to life on the big screen, and it like really like sent like shockwaves, like goosebumps down my entire fucking body, all the way down to my goddamn testicles. This didn't do it for me. Even the dude, like this should have. Where is it? Where the fuck is the shot? Where is I think this was the wide shot that I was talking about earlier.
And they died.
Namor.
They died facing enemies.
Namor. He's not Namor, it's Namor.
Then all
Okay, yeah. This should like be hyped me up, right? Who the fuck is this guy in Oh, it's Red Guardian. I was like, who the fuck is this guy in casual clothing just sitting there? Okay, so first big thing I will say. That's not Cap. Just saying. I did see that online. People were like, "It's Captain Hydra. It's Hydra Cap. Get out of here." You know okay, like I kind of get the theory because like technically he became old and stuff, and like I don't think they give a shit. Look, I don't even really know if they would show. I don't know. It's like we'll see. I don't buy it, man. But look, man. So big thing going into this, dude. Thanos was built up over the course of like over a decade, and with like 26 movies. Kang was supposed to be the big bad here, and since Jonathan Majors decided to slap the shit out of his girlfriend in the back of a taxi, they decided just to replace the villain instead of just recasting. I don't know what the fuck Marvel Studios has with recasting black actors. I don't fucking know. It's like they just refuse to do it, but like fucking whatever. But instead of recasting, they just replaced him with Doom. I don't think this was the way to go. I'm still not convinced this was the way to go. This movie has like 2 movies that somewhat add build up. Yeah, and it's recent stuff. You know what I mean? So the thing with Doom, right? And I'm going to get to the complaint in this right here because I don't really like it. Is Doom has always been like powerful, but rarely is he like cosmic level powerful to where he can just block. I have a problem with Doom doing this. Okay, you know what I mean? Like, sure. I don't have a problem with Doom doing this per se. I would have just liked to see the build up to him becoming this powerful, because base form Doom, he's not this powerful, right? And the fun things about Doom, like, he has become this powerful before. The original Secret Wars fucking comic book run, he became this powerful. He took the powers of the Beyonder. I'm fine with this to a degree, but I wish we would have seen it build up through the course of maybe like a Fantastic Four movie or another movie where he becomes more powerful and is starting to become more powerful. Just making him base form this powerful is, I don't like it. Like, I really don't like it. And they could win me over if this movie, if they do like a Thanos type structure of the movie where this movie is mostly about Doom, just like Avengers Infinity War was mostly about Thanos, and you see him slowly become more powerful, and this is something towards like the end of the film. Or this is something towards the beginning of the film, and they kind of just do it to like set the stakes. But also what Thor was saying earlier, he was like, I've faced threats that scare me far less than this. So like, I'm kind of curious if this is like towards the end of the film and maybe he does become this powerful. Also, so I don't know, like, we'll see what happens. I'm not trying to like sound negative here. This is something that I was always worried about going into it, is I don't like the fact that you're introducing Doom as this cosmic multiversal threat. I don't like it. I think you really need to build up to that, especially Doom being who he is. And dude, like, go back to the original Infinity War trailer. The movie was very clearly about Thanos. He narrates throughout that entire trailer. And Doom is only in this trailer for like a bit. So I'm not really convinced this movie's going to be about Doom. I almost kind of feel like it seems like he's going to be this mysterious threat in the shadows. Also, just in case you couldn't tell by the thumbnail, I took that fucking picture, by the way. I popped off my Doctor Doom head, took a fucking Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man head and popped it into the fucking minifigure, and then put the helmet with the fucking hood back on. I'm not entirely convinced this isn't just a fucking Robert Downey or Tony Stark variant. I'm not convinced. And they keep saying it's Victor Von Doom. I don't believe you. I genuinely don't believe you. Why the fuck else would you cast Robert Downey Jr.? And if this is indeed an Iron Man variant, I'm going to be even more pissed. Like, it's just, I'm preparing for another fumble of Doctor Doom. And just because he walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it doesn't necessarily make him a fucking duck. Usually it does. But, like, some of the best things with Doctor Doom is the more personal side of his story. How he rules his country, his inner conflict, his narcissism, his need for validation. The fact that even though he is a dictator living in a fucking communist society, his people are thriving better than any other country in the world. And so it's just like so weird that like he is this bad guy, but he's great to his people. And yeah, sure, he is like a dictator, Hitlerian type person. But you can't say his people aren't thriving and doing it absolutely great. Like, they're some of the best educated and most powerful people on the fucking planet. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the most interesting things about Doom. And it would have been nice to see this character initially start out as that and become this multiversal threat. But instead, we're starting with this. And I don't think we're going to get a lot of Latveria in this. I don't think that Great Thor... I don't think the threat Thor is talking about is Doom. Doom takes the power halfway through the movie. The movie is like 3.5 hours long. Yeah, I did hear about that. I wonder if they'll do an intermission. But it could be. I think they might do a Uno reverse card maybe, or they could do they'd have to wait till Secret Wars, because the original Secret Wars comic, the Beyonder was the original villain, and then Doom became like the biggest threat because he took the powers of the Beyonder. So like maybe they're doing that in this. And maybe they're just kind of like reversing shit, because Infinity War technically was like, they kind of switched the script sort of, because like, I don't know, like the Infinity Saga I don't know. They could definitely switch it, but anyway, yeah, this is probably Cap. I don't know. It's just cool to see him back. But also, that's the thing, right? It's cool to see him back. I just kind of wish it didn't happen. Dude, and also, dude, one more thing about Doom, right? And maybe not one more thing. I'm probably lying to myself just saying that. The problem with this, right? Now that you have Doom as this... Yeah, okay, Thor. I heard rumors that Thor dies here. But anyway, the problem with introducing Doom this way is Doom is very much... Remember how, like, Loki became, like, yeah, sure, he was a villain, but, like, after that, he became, like, a character, like, main character, not necessarily an antagonist, but, like, a supporting character, and very much a main character of the MCU after that. Well, after, not just after he was in Thor, there was a build-up to Avengers, right, with Loki, because he was in Thor. And then throughout the MCU, he became, like, a mainstay. Doom should be that. He genuinely should, and I don't think that's the route they're going to go. I don't think Doom's really going to show up ever again after this. And it's kind of quite unfortunate when Doom really should be like the villain that should be the Loki type, where he shows up occasionally and sometimes he's an antagonist, sometimes he's a protagonist, sometimes he's an anti-hero, you know? So like sometimes he's on the side of good and sometimes he's on the side of evil. So like Doom very much should be that. And I don't think we're going to get that ever again. And, like, the reason I think that is because the stakes are so high here. He's a fucking multiversal threat. I don't really know where you go from this. And, honestly, Doom should be, like... Dude, he's, like, the Marvel villain. He's the Marvel villain. Fuck whatever these fucking... Sorry if they're in the comments, but... I don't give a shit what these fake fucking Marvel fans say. Thanos is not the biggest Marvel villain. It's always has and will be Doctor Doom. He's always been the villain of Marvel. Sure, he's never been as... He's not usually as powerful as Thanos. He's not usually as powerful as Galactus or whatever, what have you. But, dude, he is the best Marvel villain, hands down. And you could argue Magneto, but Magneto usually isn't a threat to other groups and other people. He's usually fighting the internal fight with the X-Men. No Hulk or Spider-Man in this trailer. I don't think they're going to be in this trailer. I think they're going to save them for Secret Wars. And that's another thing. Like, I don't necessarily need them in this movie. But it's so weird. I think we're going to get an Avengers movie without Hulk. And that's doing Hulk dirty, honestly. So, okay, little tangent here. So, like, in Infinity War and Endgame, they were very much focusing on, like, the big three characters who, like, started the MCU. Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor. Because I think they all had their own trilogies at that point. But, like, dude, Hulk was also one of the characters who started the MCU. Like, sure, it's a different actor now, but fucking, dude, he was the Incredible Hulk. He was one of the big fucking four. He was one of the big draws of the original Avengers movie. I still think he is a big draw for Avengers movies, so I don't fucking know, man. It's just... But anyway, as far as things go, what do we got? Okay, we got a little bit of Professor X. Magneto looking like an old hag. I'm very happy they made it to this point. I'm glad they actually... I didn't think I'd ever see them in an actual, like, Avengers movie. I don't think this should be called an Avengers movie. That's one of the big gimmicks. Fuck, okay, the last tangent, okay? Like, okay. Not last tangent, but I hate the fact that the MCU went the route of just calling their big crossover events Avengers, followed with that crossover event. They can't just call a crossover event what it is. Like, Civil War had to be Captain America Civil War. It couldn't just be called Marvel Civil War. Or like Infinity War had to be Avengers Infinity War, not just Infinity War like the comics. I don't know. All Hulk has done... I don't think it would hurt the fucking branding either, right? Hulk has done nothing since Age of Ultron. Literally, though. You're right. He was in Thor Ragnarok, but he was a supporting character in that. To the tur.
Before this day is done,
Yeah, it's alright. It's not
we
right.
shall be faced with an unthinkable decision.
I'm kind of curious, if they do this, I think they should definitely go the route of... Dude, I think I'd be kind of on board if Doom is a part of the team. Like, he's helping them for the first, like, half of the movie. I think that's what Peach was kind of talking about earlier. Where he is, like, a protagonist. And then he kind of starts to... He's kind of using them to gain a certain power. Then once he gains that power, he does what his initial intention was. Hawkeye has done more than Hulk. I agree, and that's kind of fucking ridiculous. That's actually ridiculous. But yeah, maybe they're going that route, but I don't really see that from the trailer. Maybe they're just editing shit. They got rid of the fucking... Where's the...
I've fought with many
Oh, no, there it is. I'm being stupid.
warriors in my time.
Okay, so... Alright. Dude, okay, like, I actually really liked Fantastic Four. And Pedro Pascal I actually thought was a good Mr. Fantastic, but, like... I was thinking of, like, the longevity of the franchise and just, like, the Fantastic Four in general. They need to recast after this reboot, dude. I like Pedro. I'm not, like, one of those people who's, like, so tired of him. Like, I actually quite like him. But every single time I see him, I just see his eyes getting gouged out. Like in Game of Thrones. Anyway, fuck it, dude. Like, I think Pedro's, like, almost, like, over... I think he's, like, 50, right? How old is fucking Pedro Pascal? How old is Pedro Pascal? He's 51 years old. Yeah, dude. They needed to cast somebody younger, especially if you're gonna go for a long, like a, especially if they're gonna play them long term. You know what I mean? Everybody, dude. I think Vanessa Kirby's like fucking like 52. So
You're far stronger than all.
Okay, so we got Ghost, Yelena, Red Guardian, U.S. Agent. Fucking okay. Also, it seems like, dude, it seems like Sam doesn't even have his fucking Avengers team. It's just 3 people. There's like at least 2 more. Wait, who's missing here? Where's Bucky? Oh, wait, is that him? I think he's behind. Okay, there he is. He's right behind Ghost. He only has 3 members, dude. You couldn't find more than 3? Dude, what about Hulk?
All of us put
Spider-Man.
together.
I don't know.
And they died.
And they died. Ugh. Namor. Fucking hate this version of Namor, dude. It's not even Namor. I fucking just said it. He's not Namor. He's Namor. They completely just throw out every single fucking thing about the character that made him interesting. And they replaced it with some interesting stuff, but not as interesting. And they fucking just said it was the same character. I'm delayed, but I do think the best path is Doom is on the good side until he gets the power to correct time or something and ends up going against the team once they... See, I'd actually be for that, and I'm kind of hoping that's the route they go. I feel like that's the only route you can go to win me over. Because I think, again, I think you heard me earlier, like, I explained why Doom is better as a more personal story. And I think him starting out as a more grounded character turning into a multiversal threat is more interesting instead of him just starting out as a multiversal threat. Also, with my Doom... Also, with what Doom did to Thor, what are the 4 Captain America ripoffs going to do? The 4 Captain America ripoffs. I'm trying to think who the fuck you're talking about. I'm assuming Bucky's the first one. U.S. Agent is the second. I'm hesitant to even... I'm assuming you're just talking Super Soldier, so are you even talking about Sam? Sam Wilson, Captain America? 3. And I'm assuming you're talking... Steve? Who's the 4th? Anyway. Fucking... I don't know why they didn't just make a new character. This character's stupid as well. I'm not even gonna get fucking into it on the fucking writing flaws of this person. I rewatched Wakanda Forever like a month ago. So I was on an MCU binge. It's just not a fucking good movie, dude. He's such a fucking terrible villain. He doesn't make any sense. I have no proof of this. I kind of want to make a video on it. But I know for a fact the reason they changed the race of Namor is because they didn't want a white person killing the Queen of Wakanda. I can basically guarantee that. They didn't want a competent white person and it to being a rival nation. They didn't want a white person leading a rival nation to Wakanda. I'm pretty sure that's why. And so they had to race swap him. And they completely changed his backstory. It's so fucking annoying. I don't even know. Why is he in this movie? Fucking... They should have recast T'Challa. She's boring.
Facing enemy.
I like him quite a bit. Nanotech suit. Red Guardian. Oh yeah, that's right, Red Guardian. Yeah. That was kind of obvious now that I'm thinking about it.
It scared me far less than this one.
Was that the Sanctum Sanctorum? Fuck you, Scott. No, that's the expansion. Okay. Yeah, glad he's back. Where's Sonic? Where's his little pal Sonic? Where's Hop? Shang-Chi. Channing Tatum Gambit. Dude, I'm so glad he got... Dude, I don't know if you guys know this, but back in, like, 2015, 16, Fox had, like, announced all these, like, X-Men spinoffs that, like, just never happened, and one of them was a Gambit movie. And Channing Tatum was set to play it for the longest time, and then they canceled it. And then they finally fucking... In Deadpool, they brought him back to play him. And I think the only reason they're bringing him back here is because he was so popular with the fans. Remy LeBeau.
Everything that they sacrifice will be for nothing.
I don't really like how he looks, though. Okay, I'm trying to be negative. I don't know. Gambit for me has always been more sleek. He kind of looks a little awkward in that helmet, but it's fine. That's fine. I'm not going to shit on Channing Tatum for being a jacked son of a bitch, but... Shang-Chi. I rewatched Shang-Chi too the other day, or about a month ago now. Terrible movie. Isn't Shang-Chi a part of his new Avengers team now that I'm thinking about it?
Everything
Sam's?
that they sacrifice
TVA, I wonder whose hands these are.
will be for nothing.
Okay, so why is he in a suit? I thought he was trapped in the middle of the multiverse. What's going on here? I wonder if... I wonder if since he is literally at the center of the multiverse, which that's still kind of retarded, but fucking now that Loki is at the center of the multiverse, I'm assuming he can just look into any multiverse and just project himself whenever he wants, right? So I'm wondering if this is just a projection of himself and he's not really there.
If we do not stand
Wakanda forever.
together.
The Fan 4 stick. Who the fuck else is here? Oh, that's Bucky. Why is... Oh, that's fucking the new Falcon. I forget the new Falcon's name. What the fuck is his name? I don't give a shit. He's better in the comics. I forget his name, though. I liked him in DP, but he doesn't look like Gambit's normal. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he doesn't really look like Gambit. I don't think he fits the physique too much. Which I think back when he was casted as Gambit, he did, but then he got jacked, and then This is cool as well, because Wakanda was initially introduced in a Fantastic Four comic, and this is kind of cool. I guess... this makes so much sense that I was wondering... I was like, dude, where the fuck is the rest of the Fantastic Four skins? But in Fantastic Four, they had established that, like, not Vanessa Kirby, Susan is a really good, like, I guess politician. And these are like two like teams coming together, and she's probably gonna like, I don't know. She's good with people, basically. She's like that in the comics too. But,
Put aside your...
the fuck is Reed doing there, dude? You can deflect bullets.
petty
it ricochets off of you. Fantastic Four skins, yes.
squabbles.
I don't understand the point of Mystique turning into Yelena. I guess I do understand the point. She does it in the comics to throw people off, but like, it's not like she gets their... I mean, she does get their abilities, but she doesn't get their skills. You know what I mean?
Presume nothing except this. If
Are they crying? Why are they crying?
you return,
Stop crying like a bitch. Is he bedridden or something? Cassie?
you will return
Johnny Storm?
and has brothers and sisters.
Vanessa Kirby? Goddamn. We're gonna move on from that. Oh, Vanessa, I know for a fact you got in arguments with your husband, brother. Fucking Pedro Pascal literally basically raping you on fucking screen during interviews. It's because I have anxiety. Oh, it's because I have anxiety. Oh, I have anxiety. Oh, you mind if I just like touch your ass because I have anxiety? Pedro's kind of a creep. I like him, but he's fucking a little weird.
And sisters.
Hello. Okay. I love this shot.
With my
Hey, they put Namor and Susan together. That's interesting. I refuse to call him Namor. Oh, so fuck you. All right, whatever this fucking when Namor happened, when this version of Namor came out, everybody was all like, "It's just this version. Quit complaining. You still have your inferior white version of Namor. Let us have this. It's not gonna like. It's just this. It's not like they're gonna replace the base version." Then Marvel Rivals came out and it was this version. Oh, I see what's happening. It's already fucking starting. They're starting to slowly integrate this version as the canonical version. Fuck off. I knew that's what was happening from day fucking one. Suck my fucking cock. Anyway, Susan and Namor have like a... Namor is like... Basically, he wants to fuck Susan very much so. Like, he would do anything. And then Susan, I think, like, in the comics, Namor, I don't think, but, like, I don't know if they really established this in Wakanda Forever, because it seemed like, rip-off female Black Panther was, like, attracted to him naturally, but he, like, lets off this, like, natural pheromone, and it, like, makes, like, women attracted to him. I think it's, like, a fish ability or something. I hate normal Namor because he is Namor. I hate the normal Namor because he isn't Namor. I hate normal Namor because he is Namor. I hate this Namor because he isn't Namor. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Because normal Namor is just a fucking... He's an asshole. Normal Namor's an asshole. Late to the party, pardon me. It's okay. What's up, dude? Welcome to the first live stream. Yeah, that's actually a good analogy. Normal Namor is an asshole. Like, he actually is. But, like, that's what we love about him. But, like, this Namor just isn't Namor. Dude, I implore you. Like, anybody who says he's just the same character but he's brown, you're lying. You just don't know what the fuck you're talking about. He's not the same character. He's a completely different character. Like, I get it. He looks like a duck. No. He sounds like a duck. No. He looks like a duck. He doesn't sound like a duck. No, he might look like a duck and kind of sound like a duck, but that doesn't mean he's a fucking duck. I get that he has wings on his fucking ankles and he has pointed ears, and he has a similar sounding name, but besides that, they completely change everything else. Besides the fact that he's kind of an asshole.
On my word.
Will Reed get cucked by Namor in this movie? Reed never got cucked by Namor. Also, fucking unpopular opinion, Reed Richards, comic book Reed Richards, would fuck Namor up. I genuinely think that. I think they're evenly matched to a degree, but I think a comic book Reed Richards would fuck Namor up. It's not like, it's Nor, by the way. I know. I got the notification when you subscribed to my channel. Reed Richards was never cucked by Namor. Susan never cheated on him. Like, I think she's very much expressed the fact that she understands that it's the pheromones for a large degree. And, like, once she's, like, away from him, she doesn't feel the way she feels, if that makes sense. But Namor would love to cuck Reed, because Namor doesn't really like Reed. That CGI looks kind of bad. What the fuck are we doing? This looks like... multi-billion-dollar company, right? What the fuck is that? Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh my god. We love you, Marvel. We love you so much. We love you. Oh god, it's so fucking bad. Okay. Oh, we had a better shot of his suit there, even though it's already been leaked, but whatever. Dude, it looked like
going to need.
Was he even? Are these two different scenes? Is he blocking Stormbreaker? Because then it looked like... Oh my god! YouTube! Okay, I need to press the space bar. Okay, it looks like he's hitting him with the axe part, right? This looks like Mjolnir. Never mind. I'm just stupid. That's Stormbreaker. I see the edge now. This trailer made me more hyped, but am I hyped? I can't. Am I hyped and can't wait? No, not really. I'm actually more hyped for Spider-Man. I'm actually hyped for Spider-Man. I'm hyped for Spider-Man too. We'll watch the trailer here in a second. We'll probably go back and forth between the two, but do you think? I don't think Love's gonna be in this, dude. I think Love and Thunder was so hated. I think they're gonna largely ignore that. I don't think she's even gonna be in this movie. I think they're gonna acknowledge her because they already confirmed they're gonna acknowledge her in like the Thor trailer that came out like a year ago. But
Then this one.
anyway, so last thoughts. This is gonna be weird, man. But like, Marvel Studios and the comics, just Marvel in general as a brand, has fallen off so hard, and to the point where I'm like, especially the movies, I'm not really invested in this universe anymore because it's just gotten so fucking shit. So, like, there hasn't really been a great project in a really long time. And yeah, I liked Fantastic Four a lot, but I'm not gonna act like that movie was perfect by any fucking means, like, by any means. I think it largely had to do with the fact that, holy shit, these are the characters. You know what I mean? Like, holy fuck, it actually is Reed Richards. Sure, it's Reed Richards with Pedro Pascal's face on it, but it's Reed, it's Susan, it's actually Johnny Storm, it's actually the Thing, it's actually Ben Grimm. And so, like, being like a huge fan of the Fantastic Four, like, I kind of like, I don't know, I have a little bit of bias, but you know, I did not like Fantastic Four at all. At all? Are you serious? You didn't like it at all? I'm gonna say one thing. One of the big things going into the movie I was kind of worried about was like, so Pedro Pascal, right? He's Hispanic, but he's white. You know what I mean? Like, he's a little bit darker than me, but like, he's white. And I was really worried they were gonna fucking race swap him, but they didn't. And I'm kind of glad. I think they did confirm in an interview that like this is just Pedro Pascal playing a white guy, which I'm okay with. I mean, he is a white guy. He's white. He's just Hispanic. He's a white Hispanic. But yeah, that was kind of like one of the things I was kind of worried about. But like, yeah, he's playing a white guy, so that's cool. They didn't like change his like ethnicity or anything. Which you guys know I don't fucking like that. Yeah, dude, I actually like Fantastic Four quite a bit. After Endgame, they fell off hard, like really hard. It's actually not even funny how hard they fell off. It's like they had no clue what to do after. Yeah, and so the biggest thing I'm looking forward to is just the reboot. We know there's a reboot coming. And I'm just kind of like, I'm kind of just excited to get more to like simplistic things. And really, events like this should be like very rare. Opinions can't be wrong by definition. Wrong opinion, Speedy. Yeah, that is technically true. But the thing is, I will acknowledge Fantastic Four is not perfect. I think it does have some fucking problems. But, I enjoyed my time throughout that entire movie, and there was only certain parts, and even certain things where I was kind of like, that's kind of dumb. My second rewatch, I was like, oh, actually, that was explained. I just wasn't paying attention that hard. Still haven't seen Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts is fucking garbage, if you ask me. That's actually weird. I thought it was really weird that Thunderbolts seemingly got better, like, attention than fucking Fantastic Four skins. Thunderbolts was fucking... Dude, I remember my dad took me, and I went with my stepbrother, and I turned over to my dad. We were about a third of the way through the movie, and I was like, dude, can we leave? Like, I was actually, if my dad said yes, I would have left the theaters, dude. It wasn't a third. I think it was like a little over halfway, actually. The best stuff from the MCU now is mostly grounded stuff like Daredevil and Spider-Man. Yeah, I agree. But that's always been the best stuff about Marvel. That's been one of the best things about Doctor Doom, the grounded part of Doctor Doom. I know, like, the leader of the country isn't, like, grounded, I guess, per se, but, like, for this universe, it is. The cosmic stuff is really cool, don't get me wrong, but I feel like that's when Marvel is the strongest. Is when it gets to... I would even consider grounded, like, occasionally, like, world threats, right? You know what I mean? Like, depends, but, like, I don't know. Okay, that's not grounded. That's not Street 2, yeah. Grilled cheese, Cosmic Spider-Man is, like, the only cosmic thing I want to see, though. Yeah, it would be kind of cool if he got the... Oh my god, dude, what if Doctor Doom gets the power cosmic in this movie? I didn't even fucking consider that. Like when Spider-Man got the power cosmic for like 3 weeks, and then he was like, I don't want this anymore. So just skip on watching Thunderbolts then. No, Hey, you should probably watch it before this movie. Not gonna lie, it's still important. I see the value in Thunderbolts. I think I need to rewatch it. I think I was just like so over the fucking Marvel formula. Like I just saw like the same shit over and over again in the movie. I was like, I've seen this 100 times. What are we doing? But yeah, you should probably watch it before this movie. You probably should. Yeah, I'm just not hot. M'Baku. Gross ass nanotechnology. Get the fucking Wish Namor out of here. Get fucking DEI fucking Namor out of here.
That's far less.
Shang-Chi. Okay, yeah, I think I've seen enough. Yeah, the trailer looks fine. I'm sweating my mind. I'm gonna get more water. I'll be right back. We're gonna watch the Spider-Man trailer once I get back, though. It's so hot today. I think it's still like 98. Spider-Man. Mudahar, are you working for the cartel? Alright, I'll watch that later. Okay, I don't know what else they can fucking show us, but I guess we'll fucking see. I'll be right back. I'm incredibly excited for Brand New Day. Me too. But we'll talk about my worries in the movie here in a second. Ugh. You guys believe this, dude? My dog's woke. Look at him. Look how woke he is with his fucking rainbow bandana. So woke. Unacceptable. No dog of mine will be woke. The rainbow doesn't belong to you, okay? Just because it's a rainbow, it doesn't mean it's pride. Okay, let's fucking go. Alright, let's see what they got. I don't know what else they can fucking show us.
Hi, my name is Peter Parker. I have something
Spooderman, 1,000,000 more days.
But it's the truth.
Oh, dude, I actually was like, what the fuck for a second. I was like, oh, this is just a scene. Also, did you hear the rumor that Moon Knight will be back in Daredevil Season 3? Dude... I did hear that, and if they go the route, if this is just a Defender Season 2, I'm going to be a little upset. I wish they would have just done the new Defender show instead of just doing it in a Daredevil show, and I know people don't want to accept this, but this is probably the last season of Daredevil, because the reboot is coming after Secret Wars, and after that, there's going to be a completely clean slate. I don't think people are ready for it or realize that, but that's why they haven't really announced anything past next year, because it's everything's getting fucking rebooted. But anyway, we'll see. They could do it right. That'd be kind of cool if like if it is like a Defenders-esque show. But, okay. Anyway, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. But no, it wouldn't be cool because it's a Daredevil show. I would have just preferred a season of Defenders.
Spider-Man.
Can't tell anybody about this. You gotta keep it a secret.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is this trailer just... okay. No. Okay, so a good third of this trailer is just scenes from Homecoming.
We used to know each other. We
And from
were together.
Far From Home.
But something
Sony. Marvel. I've seen these movies.
bad was gonna happen.
You don't need to recap it.
Me. And the only way to stop it was to do the hard thing. You're gonna forget who I am.
What?
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna come and find you,
We'll talk about it in a second.
and I'll explain everything.
You better.
Liar.
Just wait and tell me when you see me again.
My name is Peter Parker, and
Oh, I just got goosebumps. Dude, this scene's so fucking good. I love this scene so much in fucking Brandon or No Way Home, dude. This scene's so fucking good. Okay, I'll shut the fuck up.
like a coffee.
Oh, it's so
Is
good.
there anything else?
Dude.
Maybe
But fuck you for recapping. It's over half the trailer.
I'll
Fuck
never
you.
read this to you.
Really bad. What's it called when they add audio? DNR or something? I forget. Whatever.
Maybe I'm just writing this for me.
Did they just use AI? What the fuck was that?
Maybe I'm just writing this for me.
Yeah, that was AI. I hate that.
And maybe that's my responsibility, to live alone with the truth. Because I'm not just Peter Parker. I'm Spider-Man.
We're faced with a threat
Okay, so far there's just nothing new in this trailer.
that can be
Besides the shot of him walking on his college campus.
anyone.
You sure you want to do this, Scorpion?
You think I'm Scorpion?
Dr. Banner?
No banner. Only Hulk.
Yeah, see, they released that scene like a couple days ago. It was like promotional for a TV spot. So I'm not. There's nothing new here.
I'm sorry, but you're in danger. What? I promised you that I would keep you safe. Please, you just have to trust me. Come on.
Fine.
You're the only one who can sense it.
Hey, can we do
We'll talk about it in a second.
this one
Okay.
at a time, please?
You're the only one who can defeat it.
That's new. Okay, no, that was in a TV spot too.
The Spidey Tracker app says that Spider-Man is in the direct vicinity.
Oh, yeah? No way, that's crazy.
Okay, so a couple things. I'm really worried about this movie. We'll get to that in a second. So they really need to establish the rules behind this memory erase thing, because the way they explained it, I forget the director, but the way he explained it, right, and the writers said this: they don't remember Peter Parker, but any memories people had with Spider-Man, they remember. So, the final battle in Endgame, per se, right? Captain Marvel remembers Spider-Man being there, but she doesn't remember Peter Parker being there. She remembers Spider-Man handing him the Infinity Gauntlet, but she doesn't remember it being Peter Parker. Doctor Strange remembers fighting with Peter Parker on Titan, but he doesn't remember it being Peter Parker because he introduces himself as Peter Parker. However, the spell seemingly, I don't know why they never acknowledge this. I don't understand how the spell would affect the entire universe. It seems like it only affected Earth. So would people like Nick Fury and Captain Marvel remember that Peter Parker is Spider-Man? Something they never acknowledged. Does MJ remember Spider-Man telling her that he would find her, but she doesn't remember that it was Peter Parker? I don't really know how these rules work, and that's something they didn't really establish very well. I think it would be interesting if they do kind of pull that, where when he does eventually tell her in this movie, I'm assuming at some point that he's Spider-Man, that she'll probably be a little pissed off if that's how the rules work, because she does remember him promising her that he would tell her. And her only memory of the situation is that she just can't remember who it was. She just remembers Spider-Man she remembers she had a relationship with Spider-Man. She remembers her memory getting erased because she was there. Why wouldn't she? She was told that's what was going to happen. She just remembers it was Spider-Man doing it. I don't know. They could do a lot of things with that, or they just won't, and I'm thinking too much about it. But should have rebooted after Endgame. I don't know about that, but save a lot of time if they did. I'm glad they did the multiverse thing. I'm just kind of upset that they handled it terribly.
Tell me when you see
But I don't know. They really need to establish how these rules work. Because I'm assuming that's why Ned Leeds is so obsessed with Spider-Man. I'm assuming they just don't want to spoil it, but because he knows that's his best friend, he just doesn't know who his best friend is. What about photos? Because on screen they have covered by something of the universe. What was Tony's photo? So yeah, right. So that's another thing I think they established. What about photos? Because on screen they have been covered by something, but in universe, what was on Tony's photos from? Wait, was Deadpool and Wolverine? Oh, that took place before. Okay. Yeah. That's actually so. The scene in Deadpool and Wolverine where he goes to the MCU, which I don't know how the fuck he traveled through universes. It doesn't make any sense, but that took place in during after Civil War, but before Infinity War and all that. It took place because remember, it was multiple years later after that. I think they said it was 5-6 years later or something. But yeah, that's already explained. But yeah, but in universe, all the photos he's just taken out of the photos. So.
My name is Peter.
So another thing, right?
Because I'm not just Peter Parker.
I don't like the fact that the Zendaya and Ned are back. I kind of wish they would have gone a different route. And I think it was from the request of Tom Holland, according to leaks, because he didn't want another love interest besides Zendaya, which I find very funny that Tom Holland's like, I don't want to be intimate with anybody else on screen except my wife. And then Zendaya's like, anyway, I'm going to ride naked jack dudes on Euphoria. Okay, I'm sorry. Tom Holland's a cuck. Anyway, no, it's fine. I guess they each of them have their boundary. But it's weird. If Tom Holland has that boundary, wouldn't he have set that boundary? I don't know. Fuck it. I don't give a shit what their relationship is. Fuck it. It's their business. Same. I wish I had one full Spider-Man movie completely about him. Yeah, that's what I mean. We didn't need a love interest in this movie. I kind of didn't want Zendaya to come back, but I guess she's back.
It's a threat.
But big thing, right? So Scorpion. They set up Scorpion at the end of Homecoming, and he's played by the guy who plays Nacho, Ignacio Varga from Better Call Saul. I forget the fucking guy's name anyway. Phenomenal actor.
You sure you want to?
So they're introducing Scorpion in this movie, right? But it seems like he's just a pawn, and I kind of don't like that. Especially since the actor is dude, all the build up after Homecoming. Dude, every Better Call Saul fucking interview, they were like, so, you're Scorpion. They set you up as Scorpion. When are you coming back? And he just always seemingly just seems upset. He was just like, oh, fucking no, they haven't called me. Fucking... And now he finally got the call, and he's probably just a small part, and that kind of annoys me a bit.
Do this, Scorpion!
So, but anyway, the point is, right, so, Scorpion's being introduced in this film, Captain Boomerang's in this film, Tombstone's in this film. Also, I don't like Scorpion's look. Hulk is in this film, and it's not the fact that Hulk is just in this film. He's turning back into Savage Hulk, and Banner was very clear he was happy with the fact that he was able to tame the Savage part of Hulk and merge his two personalities together in Professor Hulk. So now they then have to establish how Bruce Banner feels about this very traumatic event that he lost the ability to control the Hulk. Now he's a monster again, and he has to keep that part of himself at bay again. They have to have that a part of the movie, otherwise I think that's just going to be lazy. This is a big deal. This is a big deal that Banner has lost control of the Hulk. I think leaving Ned and MJ is good because he still is a young adult trying to balance heroing and the feeling. I think the love interest is necessary. That's also fair, but I just wish it wasn't MJ. I feel like that chapter was closed, and I kind of just wish he would have moved on. That's too many villains to... maybe they will do that in this movie. Maybe he'll get a proper goodbye. You know what I mean? Because it seems like she's starting to move on. And, he just gets a little bit of closure, because I don't think he really got closure. I think he kind of just made, an impulse decision of, I need to protect you. I think he still will stay true. Maybe he'll stay true to that decision, but maybe he'll just get, a proper goodbye. And he'll grow. That's too many villains to get a proper attention with a love interest and friends and all that. Is Vulture still in the Sony? Yeah! By the way, what the fuck? Sony's trapped in the Sonyverse. But yeah, I think he still is. Because he it has to do with Spider-Man, I think. And he teamed up with Morbius. So cliffhanger never going to be resolved.
The banner?
Maybe they'll come back in Secret Wars. That'd be hilarious.
No banner. Only Hulk.
Dude, but I just realized Punisher's not in this trailer. Yeah, so this is a big deal, right? This isn't just like a small, like, oh, Hulk's in this movie as a cameo. No, like this is like a progression of the character. He's lost control of the Beast. And as a character who's been around since Phase 1, Hulk is the second movie. He's the second movie, right? In the entirety of the MCU. He's one of the first movies that started the MCU. And a character that's been a very much of a main character in universe. This is a big deal. And they have to acknowledge the fact that this is a big deal. They can't just be like, oh, Savage Hulk is back. Oh, well. I do like this is cool, though. This Hulk and Spider-Man being in the same movie is fucking amazing. They are like the big two Marvel characters. If Wolverine in this movie, that'd be awesome. I don't want Wolverine in this movie, but seeing Hulk, Spider-Man, and Wolverine in one movie would be fucking peak. God damn. Also, I really hope Spider-Man's underrated power levels wise. Spider-Man's not beating the Hulk. Let me be very clear here, right? He's not beating the fucking Incredible Hulk. In a long-term fight, the Hulk is fucking ripping Spider-Man in half, right? However, and I don't think a lot of people realize this, Spider-Man can definitely hold his own. Like, and I think there are some versions of a fight where Spider-Man wins. That's like 0.1% of the time, if you ask me. You could argue like maybe like 5% of the time. But like there are scenarios where Spider-Man does win a fight with Hulk. And I think Spider-Man's really underrated power-wise, especially in terms of his durability and strength, man. But yeah, I'm kind of excited. Hopefully they show that off in this movie. But it looks like he has a handicap to help fight him because he has a fucking little wristband.
I'm sorry, but you're in danger. What?
Yeah, what is that? He punches him with it. Yeah, he's wearing something. I don't know what the fuck that is.
I'm sorry, but you're in danger. What? I promised you that.
Yeah, but what would be really cool is if they had... just 80 versions of the character, but like Hugh Jackman, Tom Holland, or Hugh Jackman, Tobey Maguire, and Mark Ruffalo Hulk would be awesome. It's like Hulk gets stronger over time during the fight and wins and kills Spider-Man, but Spider-Man can start off strong and do serious damage ASAP. Exactly. Spider-Man's really fast too, and that's like the biggest part. Like, and also punches from Spider-Man is going to hurt Hulk. Like it actually, like it's going to piss him off. Of course he gets, again, like what you said, he gets stronger in the fight and he fucking kills Spider-Man. But like he can hold his own. Especially initially, and it's not like he can't do damage to the Hulk. He 1,000% can. Like a punch from Spider-Man, a full-on punch, especially when he's not holding back. Like it would hurt, and it has hurt the Hulk. Okay, so I was talking about how there's so many villains in this movie. So like, right, Hulk's in this movie. That's a big thing, and Punisher is also in this movie. A character who's been around since essentially Phase 2. Because Daredevil Season 1 came out during Phase 2 of the MCU. And he's basically been a main character as well. And you have Punisher in this movie, which also seems like he's a secondary main character. It seems like right next to Tom Holland, I think he might be like the second main character, but we'll see. Also, from the Netflix Marvel shows, we have Punisher. We also have the fucking Hand, dude. The Hand is in this movie. The same Hand from Daredevil fucking Season 2 and Defenders and Iron Fist. This is the same group who are, and it's not like they're just showing up because they've been active. They were defeated in Defenders. So then they now have to explain why they're back. How they're back. Did Madame Gal survive? I don't know. The fucking actress just died, so fucking who knows. Daredevil might be as well. Also, I haven't seen Born Again Season 2 yet, but I have been spoiled. Matt Murdock goes to fucking prison. They could be here to kill Matt for being one of the main reasons that the fucking hand is gone and being one of the main enemies of the hand. Spider-Man is most likely protecting him. Why the hell else is he in a fucking prison? You know what I mean? So then, if Daredevil's in this movie, there's so much. And I think the biggest part going into this movie, the biggest concern I have, is there might be too much in this movie. There might be too much, especially if for a solo Spider-Man movie. If this was a television show and this had like 12 episodes, I would feel confident that they could balance all of this. But for a 2.5 hour movie, I don't think that I if I'm gonna make a complete, I want to be optimistic, right? Because I actually am excited for this movie. I don't think they're gonna pull it off. You know, I don't. We'll have to see how it comes together. I kind of don't have faith that they're gonna be able to pull all this stuff off in one movie. And Ned and MJ are back, so you have to do that. So you can just do a rundown. It's a Spider-Man movie, a Spider-Man-centric movie. He is also having a mutation with his body, so you have to do stuff with that. You have to build a story around that. MJ and Ned are back. You have to build stuff with that, and you know, especially stuff on the back or building off of the last movie. The Hand is back. You have to explain why they're back. The Punisher is back, and it seems like he's also a main character. You have to give him an arc. The Hulk is back. Not only that, he's Savage Hulk, so you have to acknowledge that storyline with Bruce Banner of losing control of the Beast. Scorpion, Captain Boomerang, Tarantula, and fucking Tombstone is in this movie. That's fucking 4 villains right there. And on top of all of that, sorry guys, I'm gonna fucking spoil something here, according to the leaks. Where the fuck is it? We have a big fucking thing in this movie that isn't really being talked about. Where the fuck is it? Hold on, I'll find it. Where is she? Play the fucking trailer.
With a scorpion?
No, Banner.
Come on.
Okay. Oh,
You're the only one who can sense it.
Hey, can we do this one at a time, please?
You're the only one who can defeat it.
okay, so, sorry guys. I'm gonna spoil something here because it's actually ridiculous. This is fucking Jean Grey. I don't know why she's in this fucking movie, but this is Jean Grey. And I'm just like, I don't... You're introducing a mutant? An X-Men? For the first time in the MCU? You know what I mean? Like, I just don't know. I don't know if they're going to be able to pull all of this off. That's what I was trying to say earlier about how all these villains won't get proper attention. That's what I'm saying. Like, let's be fucking completely honest, though. Do we really give a shit about Tarantula and Captain Boomerang? Not really. He's somebody's favorite. They are cool characters, but they've always kind of been one-off, like, villains. Tarantula less so, but you know what I mean. Did I say Captain Boomerang? I keep saying Captain Boomerang. It's Boomerang Man. Boomerang Man's literally just a ripoff of Captain Boomerang. You know what I mean? Like, he's just the Marvel version of Captain Boomerang. So it's like, anyway, and apparently Jean Grey's the villain of this movie too. So I'm just kind of like, and dude, also Mr. Negative's in this movie according to the initial leaks, right? So maybe he's like the surprise villain. Maybe this is Mr. Dude, if they race swap is this Mr. Negative? Is this Martin Lee? Dude, did they turn Martin Lee into a black man? What? If this is Martin Lee, I'm gonna laugh so hard. Martin Lee's an Asian man. He is an Asian man. Maybe. Do we know who's been cast as Martin Lee, Mr. Negative? Do we know? Have they kept that like on the wrap? Maybe they race swapped him because they didn't want to make it like super obvious in the trailers as to who this was. An Asian businessman in a Spider-Man trailer, that's Martin Lee, you know what I mean? So, well, also I'm gonna be a little annoyed. See, I don't like it when they do it both ways, okay? I don't like it. Yeah, Martin Lee's an Asian man. He's not black. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, there's too much going on in this movie. Oh, also, don't forget fucking Fisk's new fucking police force in New York is in this movie as well. To specifically combat vigilantes. I don't even know what he's going to be. I don't even know. I didn't even know he was going to be in this movie. Yeah, I don't know if they changed directions. That's the thing, because initially when they were, like, starting filming and, like, casting calling, there's usually reliable leaks. And the same leaker who leaked Zendaya and Ned coming back and the Punisher coming back also leaked that Martin Lee was going to be in this movie. It's possible they took Martin Lee's role and gave it to Jean Grey, though. You know what I mean? They race swapped Martin Lee, aka Mr. Negative, right? No, Martin Lee's always been Asian. If you're talking about in this movie, I really don't know. I kind of feel like this is Martin Lee.
And please.
You're the only one who can defeat it.
I don't know. I really hope they didn't. Dude, because his heritage is so much, like, it's such a big part of him, right? And that's like the other thing, like, I had a problem with Namor, race swapping Namor. Literally, somebody had the fucking audacity to go in my comment section when I made a video about it, like 3 years ago, and go, Namor didn't have any cultural background, like, cool, like, cultural stuff, and he was boring. It's like, I love how, like, people are just so fucking don't acknowledge Greece as a fucking culture. Like, it's so fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry that it's not as flashy as certain things, but, like, dude, his entire background is inspired by Greek culture. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, fucking get the fuck out of here. I know Lee has been Asian. I thought I heard you say he is blacked out. Yeah, I think this is Martin Lee. Because this character has also been like a... I think in interviews he was like, they were like, who are you playing? And he was like, yeah, I can't tell you. So I think he might be Martin Lee. And if they change Martin Lee as well, you're completely removing the Chinese background of Martin Lee and the culture inspired, like the cultural background is like this a part of his character is inspired by Chinese culture. So I don't know. Is he going to be? I don't know. You're completely changing the character at that point. But yeah. I'm still really excited. I'm really not trying to kill any hype because I'm more excited for this movie than Doomsday. I just don't know if they're gonna pull it off, man. There's just so much. There's so fucking much to the point where I'm just kind of like, was this the movie? Was this really the movie to do all this stuff in? I don't know. I don't really think so. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it was an alright trailer. Nothing really new. Came out 8 hours ago. I found it really funny. Also, I'm sticking to my initial theory. So, I think, based on earlier trailers, I think Spider-Man has a part of the symbiote in him in this movie. I think they're pulling like they're gonna pull a fucking 180, and everybody's thinking like, oh, he's mutating like in the comics. We're gonna get arachnid Spider-Man, fucking whatever. And then I was just like, I think they're pulling the 180. I think the symbiote from No Way Home found his way to Spider-Man. It's already on him. It's just taking a while to completely take form. I think Spider-Man's going to die in this movie, and I think the symbiote's going to resurrect him. That's my theory. I'm probably completely off, but we'll see. I will say this, though. If we do go this route with symbiote Spider-Man, which we are probably doing in the MCU at some point, I really hope they don't do the route of doing the symbiote story and doing Venom in the same movie. Those need to be two different movies. There needs to be an arc with Spider-Man taking off the symbiote in a movie, attaching to Eddie Brock, and then that going into the next movie. Mr. Negative and all. Anti-Venom, Mr. Negative and all. Yeah, especially if you introduce Mr. Negative, you could introduce Anti-Venom as well in universe. But yeah. So one of the things, though, I think the thing is when they do the reboot, I know they're gonna keep some things. When I say that when I say they're doing a completely new slate, I don't think every single person's going to recast. There for sure is going to be some people who come over. I think Tom Holland is one of them. I kind of wish they don't do because, dude, it doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist to figure out that, dude, Tom Holland is so overplaying Spider-Man. He just doesn't want to do it anymore. You can just see that in all of, like, when you actually read into what he's saying, especially when he's all like, yeah, I really want this person to replace me in the MCU one day as Peter Parker when that day comes. When in reality, it's like, dude, if you're no longer going to be Spider-Man and you don't want to play him anymore, they're just going to replace you with Miles Morales. So they're not going to do another Peter Parker. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. They're just not doing that. That's the route they're going. And I don't have a problem with Miles Morales coming into the MCU. I hope it happens one day, but we need a completely new trilogy with just Peter Parker. And then introduce Miles in, like, the last third movie. Like, I think I'd be satisfied at that point and, like, do the character justice. Especially since Miles Morales wasn't introduced until, like, fucking, 60 years into Peter Parker's existence. So, I don't know. I think 2 trilogies and, like, 3 or 4 Avengers movies is enough for Peter Parker in movies anyway. But, but just because Tom Holland's, like, just so overplaying Spider-Man, a part of me kind of just wishes they recast him. And just be like, just explain it's just the multiverse stuff. Do I think people would be upset? Yeah. Do I think that's going to happen? No. But get a fresh new actor in. Somebody who can, like, carry it for a while. And just fucking kick Tom Holland to the curb, because he's clearly not interested in playing Spider-Man anymore. He's just so over it. Like, I think he was initially excited. Like, he's admitted several times he just doesn't like acting. I don't think it's necessarily like a Spider-Man thing. He's just so over the industry. And that's fine. Like, I don't blame him. But, like, it just kind of sucks because it's kind of just a matter of time now where the next movie is supposed to come out and he just says, no, I don't want to do it. And what do you do then? Obviously recast him, but I kind of prefer the best time to recast him is after the reboot. Look, Miles can exist, but I'm worried he's going to be the norm because of the Spider-Verse movies, which aren't as good as people hype it up to be. Yeah, the first one was fucking amazing. I think it's one of the best animated movies of all time, don't get me wrong. The second one is so overrated, dude. It's actually ridiculous how overrated that movie is. Like, I remember I was working at Target at the time, and one of my boys, super into Spider-Man, not really into the whole Marvel mythos, he was like, dude, best Spider-Man movie ever, dude. Amazing. I was like, oh, I'm going to see it tonight. Cool. He was hyping it up so much. Everybody online was like, oh, 10 out of 10. Holy fucking shit. I go into that theater and I'm genuinely like, I think it kind of ruined my experience of the movie a little bit. And I've rewatched it since. Like, initially I didn't like it. And I rewatched it and I was like, oh yeah, this is still a pretty good movie. But, like, dude, it was just so hype where I was just like, this is the best Spider-Man movie? Really? Really? This is what you think the best Spider-Man movie is? It's not even close, dude. I like the Amazing Spider-Man more than this one. It's good, but compared to the first one. The first one's fucking phenomenal. The first one's fucking phenomenal, dude. It's hard to beat the first one. I don't think they ever will. But yeah, I get that, especially since Miles has been such... Like, in Spider-Man 2, Miles is such a bad character, it's actually kind of crazy. I don't think Miles is a bad character, but, like, I really hope they don't go the route, because I don't know if you guys have played Spider-Man 2. I think Devin's played Spider-Man 2. I personally don't find the first one that good. It's like an 8, but across is like 7. 8 out of 10 is still really fucking good, though. You know what I mean? Like, that's above average. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, in Spider-Man 2, they did this really lazy thing where at the end of the game, Miles takes over for Peter Parker. Not permanently, obviously, because they don't, like, completely say he takes over. But in order to build Miles' character, which I think hurts the character, they specifically made it to where Peter is just incompetent. And to the point where he's incompetent to where it's out of character. It's overhyped as hell. I hope all the Moon Knight stuff comes over with the reboot. I remember correctly. It's not really connected to anything. Yeah, but it's still part of the MCU. I think if they're gonna do anything Moon Knight, oh yeah, we'll get to that in a second. But I really hope they don't go the route where, like, in Spider-Man 2, Miles just constantly is saving Peter Parker, even though we saw in the first game he's survived worse. There are several times in that game, and somebody pointed out to me, literally every single boss fight in that game, I think besides... No, yeah, every single boss fight, because it happens afterwards. Every single boss fight in that game, Miles Morales saves Peter Parker at some point. Either Miles Morales or MJ does. The Sandman fight, like, Peter Parker almost fucking dies. Like, he literally almost suffocates, and if Miles didn't swoop in and save him, he would have died. And it just kind of makes you question, because, like, in the universe, it's like, dude, he's been fighting these villains for 10 years. And he's clearly so just incompetent, and he should be more competent, especially since he's older. And he's not, like, older as in, like, he's pushing, like, middle age. No, he's still, like, in his late 20s. He should be more experienced and better at his job, but he's seemingly getting worse for some reason. And Miles always has to save him. I really just hope they don't go that route, because I feel like that damages Miles' character, because what it's doing is, instead of actually giving you reasons to like the character through character development, through choices, through just whatever, right? The movie is, the game is going, look, he's cool. He saved Peter Parker. He's cool, right? They're telling you he's cool as to oppose as presenting the character as is, and then you making your opinion on him, right? Because there's some people who think Peter Parker's... people just don't like Peter Parker, right? There's some people who, like, in real life that I've met, they prefer the more anti-hero and think Peter Parker's a pussy for not fucking killing people, right? Same thing with Batman. They like characters more like the Punisher, and they like them more, and they don't necessarily like Peter Parker. They think people like Superman is too self-righteous, and they prefer characters like Wolverine, Punisher, and Deathstroke who do what needs to be done, and they think certain people just need to be killed, right? So, like, it comes down to, you present the character and let the audience decide, right? You might have your own preconceived notion of the character, and that's fine, but it ultimately is what the audience... It's just present the character as to who they are. Instead of, a lot of the times in modern Hollywood, it seems, especially with characters that they're just so desperately want to push, especially if it's a fucking... let's be honest, a fucking minority character, because they're just so obsessed with fucking identity politics. A lot of the times, really, like, watch Captain Marvel play Spider-Man 2, it's not actually presenting the character. They're just telling you the character's cool, instead of actually just presenting the character as he is. Anyway, bro, Anti-Venom symbiote was still underpowered compared to Miles somehow. Yeah, that's what I mean. The Anti-Venom suit specifically made to combat Venom, yet Miles in that game does a better job at fighting Venom in the boss fight than Peter Parker. It's weird, and it kind of pissed off that they did this. I replayed Spider-Man 2 the other day. The first fight, there's 3 stages to the Venom fight in that game. When you play as Peter Parker with the Anti-Venom suit, which should be OP against Venom, that boss fight, that part of the fight, is extremely, way harder than the fight with Miles Morales, to the point where it literally, I beat Venom first try as Miles Morales, right? Because that's like the second stage of the fight. And it's a little ridiculous, and I think they did that on purpose. They made the fight a little easier for Miles to push Miles' character up, and it's just, I don't know, it's so annoying. And it's making me dislike Miles, when Miles, to some degree, I'm not saying as a whole, I like more than Peter Parker. Not as a whole, but there are elements of Miles that I like more, and when they're turning this character as to these fucking identity politic fucking assholes who just only see fucking diversity and are just trying to push their fucking agenda as much as possible. Like, fucking, oh, diverse people, we need as much people as fucking possible, let's use Miles. That's the thing, right? These people don't actually care about these characters. They only care about fucking meeting a quota, right? So anyway, I'm not even gonna get into all that, but, like, it's making me dislike a character that I really like. You know what I mean? Like, I don't fucking know. Anyway. I feel like they are going to make all the good characters incompetent to try and make their characters that's what I'm saying, though. That's what they've been doing. They did it in She-Hulk with Hulk. They did it in Spider-Man 2 with Miles. I'm trying to think of other examples. They did it in Indiana Jones in the new Indiana Jones. They did it in the new sequel trilogy with Han Solo. Like, that's not good writing. You don't make your old characters who have traditionally been competent and strong and noble to selfish, idiot, incompetent people to boost your new, powerful, and fun character. I don't think that's one of the reasons people don't realize why people don't like Rey. Because the character's never presented as just a character, and you make your own opinion. The entire trilogy is just, look how cool Rey is, right? Yeah, she's so much smarter than Han Solo. She's even a better pilot than Han Solo. Yeah, she can use the Force without any training and beat Kylo Ren in a lightsaber. This character's so cool, right? It's just trying to force, like, please like this character, please! Look how cool she is, right? She's so cool, don't you agree? I don't know. Anyway. Like, even people who don't, like, the example I use with Superman, right? People, like, certain people who just think Superman or Batman is too self-righteous because they won't kill, they also can acknowledge that they think they're good characters, right? They just dislike them on a character. They dislike them as people, not as characters, right? If that makes sense. There's fucking something on my lens there. The fuck was that? But anyway, characters who don't struggle or have any downgrades are the worst. Yeah, and like with Captain Marvel as well, like in the original Captain Marvel, like she wasn't struggling. It was just the entire time it was all like, oh yeah, you just had the power all along. It was just people holding you back. But there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. It was just everybody else around you. You know what I mean? It's just so fucking lame, dude. Anyway. Moon Knight. Yeah, I think if they're going to do anything with Moon Knight, I don't think they're going to do a solo project for a while again, because Moon Knight didn't get very good ratings. Basically, virtually nobody watched it. However, I think if they do bring Moon Knight back, I think there's rumors of a Midnight Suns movie. I think Oscar Isaac is what? I think he's like late 30s, maybe early 40s right now. Let me see. I keep bringing up age for a specific reason, but hold on. Okay, he's 47 years old. Okay, I kind of don't want them to bring Oscar Isaac back. Look, the reason I keep like talking about age is for the reboot, man. You need, if Marvel is going to survive as a movie brand, you cannot be casting a 51-year-old to play Reed Richards. You know what I mean? Like you need to get like a younger, tighter cast. If the character is old traditionally, I get it. You got to do what you got to do, but like Reed Richards traditionally has always been like his late 30s. Moon Knight was peak, but should have been rated R. I rewatched Moon Knight. Let me tell you something right now. You're gonna hate me. You're gonna hate me so much. Moon Knight wasn't very good. That's a shame. I really like Moon Knight. So underrated for such a cool character. That's the thing, right? I want you guys to ask yourselves. You guys might be right. You guys are right to a degree. The best part of Moon Knight is the character. And Oscar Isaac and the character of Moon Knight hard carries that show. To where when I first watched Moon Knight, I was like, wow, this is so fucking great. The fact this actor has so much range. Holy shit, like this is amazing. And then when I rewatched it, I was like, oh fuck, he just carried this entire show. Everything else sucks. And Khonshu's cool, right? Khonshu's cool to a degree, but it wasn't comic Moon Knight, but I liked it. That's a shame. I really liked Moon Knight, so underrated for such a cool character, yeah. But yeah, I think they should do a Midnight Suns movie. But yeah, I really just, there needs to be, when they recast, they need to fucking recast super young. And I'm not saying like super duper, but like Iron Man needs to be like a 30-year-old. Reed Richards needs to be somebody in the 30s. I 100% agree with he carried. Okay, yeah. See, and that's the thing. Like Oscar Isaac's Moon Knight is the best part of that entire fucking show. And I feel like a little bit, you like what you like. I'm not trying to convince you not to like Moon Knight. I'm just saying I would urge you to maybe think, because like for me, right, I like Fantastic Four, but I can acknowledge that one of the main reasons I probably like Fantastic Four is because I've been waiting for these characters to be accurately adapted for a while now, right? And the characters themselves did hard carry. There's a lot of problems with the movie. I would ask you to do the same thing. Maybe consider that the main reason you loved Moon Knight was because Oscar Isaac was just that good. Just consider it for a second and maybe go, yeah, maybe everything else is kind of retarded. Bro, it'd be cool for a Moon Knight and Spider-Man movie. I don't like how Hollywood keeps following the same scripts and because they know it works and makes money. Yeah, so like that's the thing, right? To a degree, I'm kind of happy that they're eventually going to do Symbiote Spider-Man again. But like, no, but the thing is, right? So Symbiote Spider-Man hasn't really been adapted correctly in film, so I'm kind of okay with that. So that was a bad example, but yeah, no, Spider-Man and Moon Knight have a great relationship because Moon Knight's a street tier character. And Moon Knight arguably is more powerful than Spider-Man too. And original Moon Knight, not so much, but like, dude, I don't think people realize how powerful Moon Knight was. He's evolved as a character so much. He's become so fucking OP. Guys, I don't understand why people sleep on Moon Knight, on his power. He has the powers of a fucking moon god. Okay, like I don't like. It's just so like he's so slept on. I don't understand. He has the powers of a god. Okay, like I just stop sleeping on Moon Knight, dude. Stop it. Just please. It's driving me fucking nuts. I see these people on TikTok like on Versus and Moon Knight's like at the bottom of like power. Fucking suck my dick. People are like, Captain America would beat Moon Knight. Shut the fuck up. He mops the floor. Get out of my face. Get the fuck out of my face. But I think one of the fun things with Moon Knight, and I was kind of looking forward to, and it's kind of sucks they kind of just scrapped the character. I actually have it right here. One of my favorite Moon Knight moments ever, and just I like this in general, is when he's around other characters, people just get so fucking incredibly annoyed, especially when the later, like the more developed version of the character has like kind of fully accepted his 3 personalities. And to the point where he'll just talk to himself with the 3 personalities and everybody else is like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, please shut up. And especially he'll just talk to these people in those different personalities as well. So, fucking, there's a great scene with Winter Soldier and Mark. They're in Moon Knight's ship. I'm trying to fucking find it. Where the fuck is it? But yeah, Winter Soldier essentially goes like, dude, can you please just stop talking? You're actually giving me a fucking headache. I think it's earlier in the story. What the fuck? Where is it? I'm trying to... Original Sin, by the way, underrated as fuck. Original Sin. I know it's a pretty controversial Marvel story, but I like it quite a bit. The Watcher gets murdered. Look at his little fucking ball. Who shot the Watcher? Somebody fucking capped the Watcher. I'm trying to fucking find it, dude. Where the fuck is it? I know it's like earlier in the comic. Oh, look at the Watcher's dead body. Holy fucking shit. Uatu the Watcher. Okay, I'm just gonna go through. I'll read comics. I think Moon Knight should have been shown in another project before the show to make him seem crazy talking to nothing, but then that'd be kind of cool, yeah. Probably have to watch Moon Knight again to see the to get a full opinion, but yeah, Oscar Isaac was definitely the best part of that show. I agree, and that's why wouldn't I agree? Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, dude, literally. Dude, I don't know if you get it. Dude, fucking Bucky literally tells him to shut the hell up. Oh my god, he's literally just, dude, he's just yapping and yapping. He's like, dude, please, you're driving me fucking crazy. Shut the hell up. Anyway, that happens a lot. People just like, they find him uber annoying, super fucking annoying. I'll put this thing back on my fucking shelf. Ugh. In the Moon Knight show, he didn't have the suit on enough. Yeah, that was a little disappointing, but it was like a more low budget show. And I think that's one of the problems I had with the show. Like, if everything surrounding Moon Knight was, like, the character was interesting, then I would have been less, like, annoyed with it. That he wasn't wearing his suit. Because, like, if the character's strong, I'll watch it all fucking day. Dude, Daredevil. the Daredevil Netflix show. The first season, Daredevil's barely in suit. He doesn't even have his classic suit on. Like a lot, there's you go several episodes without there even being a fight scene or like an action scene. It's just so fucking interesting and engaging that like I could go a full fucking season with just the lawyer part of the show because the writing was so fucking good. But yeah, like I don't necessarily have a problem with that, but like it wasn't interesting. That's why I was kind of like to when I was just watching the show, I was like, I just don't fucking give a shit. Stop. Just fucking suit up and kill people, please, because I'm just so bored. It's just so nothing's interesting. The only interesting character is fucking Oscar Isaac. The only interesting character is Moon Knight, Mark. But yeah. Fucking I think they could have fixed that though if they did a more traditional route. I'm glad they didn't because I like the more like powerful Moon Knight. Or like because he was just like a street tier character who had like a little bit of like super strength, and then I feel like later writers kind of like evolved him a bit. Like he had like progression slowly. It started like get more like of the abilities of Khonshu, and like like over time it became more powerful because I feel like a lot of people initially, I forget who created Mark Spector, but it was just like I feel like the writer kind of realized. I think I remember. Don't quote me on this, but I think he was like over time I was writing the character. I think he slowly started to realize he was like, oh fuck, Mark has the powers of a moon god. He really should be more powerful. And then like slowly over time he like. Yeah, it was just anyway. Khonshu and Moon Knight was the best part of the show. Arrow was interesting at first, but there was a lot of problems. Arrow? We're talking about DC now? You're talking about Green Arrow? The CW show that launched this god-awful CW universe? I haven't seen Arrow. I honestly didn't give a shit. I watched a little bit of The Flash, and it was so incredibly bad that I had no interest in that fucking TV show universe. But hey, I know people like it, so dude, it's fucking hot. Dude, what's the temp right now? It's still 98? Oh my god, dude, suck my dick. I'm actually sweating a lot. I have my fucking AC blasting. I agree with that take on Flash and Arrow. Good at first, but they way bad later. I think I saw a really bad like scene with like Gorilla Grodd, or something. Hottie. I'm a hottie. You're a hottie, Peach. I've seen your face before. You're a little fucking Chad. I'd bounce on it. But yeah, it sucks that Moon Knight hasn't really showed up in any other projects. Moon Knight should really be a part of a Haro. Stop fucking autocorrecting YouTube. Haro? I'm sure you would, homo. Precisely. Banned. That's derogatory term. You're being derogatory. So are you saying Haro? Haro was interesting at first, but there was a lot of problems. Who the fuck is Haro? Haro? What are you talking about, Peach? Oh! I'm fucking slow. The villain in Moon Knight, yeah. Yeah. Fucking dude, it's so hot. Yeah. The actor kind of carried that fucking thing too, and the script was just incredibly bad. I think one of my biggest problems though with like Khonshu's fun, but like it just doesn't really make any sense. Why the fuck are the Egyptians talking like how people talk in modern day? Like, I understand if I expect them to be speaking Egyptian, but at least have an Egyptian accent. Also, by the way, like, this really actually hit me when I was rewatching Moon Knight. Isn't it so fucking weird that Oscar Isaac has played 3 different fucking Marvel characters in the span of, like, a decade? Let me think. When did Apocalypse come out? 2016? Across the Spider-Verse came out 2023. Moon Knight. So in the span of a decade, he played 3 different Marvel characters. 2 of them were Egyptian. That's fucking nuts. Like, he's been around the fucking Marvel Universe more than I think a lot of people realize. And not only that, he's been a part of the Sonyverse, MCU, and the fucking X-Men Fox universe. That's actually nuts. He's been a part of the 3 main fucking studios that were making Marvel movies. And building universes. I never actually thought about that just until now. Holy shit. I mean, I thought about the fact that he's been around in the Marvel fucking sphere, but he's in like all 3 of like the big movie Marvel universes. Anyway, I'm probably gonna end the stream here in a bit. But yeah, Avengers Doomsday looks... It's Doomsday. I don't really have a lot of faith in that movie. But, fucking... Yeah, Doomsday looks fine. And, Spider-Man still looks good, but I'm just worried. I'm just worried that, there's just too much in the movie. And we'll kind of see, because I genuinely will be disappointed, like, if the Hand coming back, if they don't acknowledge how they came back, I'm going to be disappointed, because that's actually kind of huge. The Hulk, him losing control of the Beast, if they don't acknowledge the fucking mental, the trauma that's going to be bestowed upon Bruce, fucking realizing that he is now half of himself is a raging monster that he can't control again. I'll kind of be disappointed if they don't acknowledge that. I'll kind of be disappointed if Punisher doesn't get a proper arc. I'm going to be disappointed that the Scorpion, who was fucking set up in a 2016 movie and people have been waiting for Scorpion for a while, is just a side character. I'm going to be disappointed if if Jean Grey is introduced in this way. So, we'll fucking see how it all comes around. But I'm excited. It's in 2 weeks, so let the true hype begin. Guys, thank you to everyone who tuned in. We had Peach, Elizabeth, Mr. Devin Weston, Sheepy. We had Speedy comment for a second. We had Nor. We had motherfucking... those were gifted memberships. Garrett was in. Oh, he sent a super chat. I fucking completely missed that. No, it's spelled jam and toe jam. I don't know what that means. Who else do we have in here? Do we have anybody else? I think it's just the normal viewers. I think we had a couple new people. But, like Norm. This is our first live stream. I'm still here. What's up, cutie? What's up, cutie? But guys, thank you to everyone who tuned in. Been streaming for... Dude, we've been streaming for actually quite a long time. Holy fuck. 2 hours. But yeah, trailers look interesting. Might make a video on Doomsday, future of the MCU, Spider-Man as well. Might further delve into my concerns involving the movie before it comes out. But yeah, besides that, it's been fun. Actually, great stream. I'm going to fucking take a cold shower because it is 100 degrees right now. Dude, my dog's dead. Can you guys see her? She's like, the cement's probably super cool right now. Look at her. She died. Can't believe it. Layla? You alive, buddy? You alive, little girl? Bucko? And she's dying again. Alright, that's fine. I streamed for longer then. I mean, I think I still... I've streamed for fucking 24 hours. You can fucking slip my cock down your throat. She's so chubby. Yeah, I know. She's gained weight. We gotta fix that. She's okay, though. She's getting old, though. She can get fat on the latter half of her life. She's gonna die in, less than 4 or 5 years. Lilo's... she's gonna be 8 in less than a month. And Pitbull's only lived for 12 years, so she's shaped like an eggplant. Yeah, I agree. Dude, she you know it's hot when Lilo's... Dude, she loves the heat. She'll sunbathe. Dude, she's just so over it. Lilo, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. No, not you. I did not say Miles. I said Lilo. Go away. Lilo, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. You can come up here. Come on. Come on. There she is. There she is. Look at her. Dude, he was arching. He was waiting. Dude, that was a legendary arch, bro. Holy shit. Did you see that? That was gay. He's really leaning into that fucking rainbow bandana he's wearing. Just like the real Miles. I called the other one. I don't want you, Miles. Oh, okay, fine. Come here. Come here. Fine. Oh. I love it, dude. I'll call my other dogs and he'll just like, oh, did you call me? Did you call me? You were calling me, right? Oh, you were calling me? Look at that smile. He's so shiny, is he? Yeah, he's a clean boy. Or he's greasy. You pick. Mwah. Mwah. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. He's going to be 5, bro. He's going to be 5. I actually did name him after Miles Morales. Dude, I was literally like... The person who gave him to me, his name was Grizzly, and he was only 4 months old, and I was like, that's a fucking dumbass name. And then I was like... I hope she doesn't see this. But I was like, dude, that's stupid. We got to figure out a name for you. I was laying in my apartment, and I had a poster of Miles Morales from Into the Spider-Verse. I stared at that I was like kind of looking around my apartment to like figure out like what I should name him after, trying to get character name ideas or whatever. And I just really liked the name Miles. He looks like a Miles. Miles, the good boy. Smile, buddy. Here, look there. Look there. See that? Yeah. They love you. They love it. You're a cute, shiny boy. Alright. Move. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here, guys. It's been a pleasure. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. I will see you guys in the next one. I don't know when I'll be live next. We'll fucking see. I would have named him Tigger. Whoa! Replace that with a different leather, and you're walking on ice, man. I don't think he looks like a Tigger. I kind of see it, but yeah. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. See you later. Bye-bye.